After a few beautiful days in Buenos Aires, we crossed the Rio de la Plata. I'm gonna show it to you here on this beautiful mosaic map. So we were here in Buenos Aires. Now we cross the river to Colonia del Sacramento. So it's a very big river, by the way, or you can even say it's a bay. And we crossed it. Now we are in Uruguay and try to see what we can find here.
Yeah, really looking forward. So I have been in Uruguay before, but never in Colonia. This missed. In my last trip in Uruguay, I have heard very nice comments about the city. That's very cute and has nice architecture. So let's explore. We are now in the city center, or in the old town of Colonia, and it's really so calm and so peaceful. Everything is silent. You can see a couple of tourists, but still very calm. What do you think, Fabi?
Yes, it's really the opposite of Buenos Aires and
the opposite of the Colonia we are used to.
Yeah. Indeed, but it's very cute here, I think. Everywhere here there are these small cobblestone streets, cafes, restaurants. Yeah, so I think it's a place to relax a bit, have a good time.
Yeah, it's really a place to relax and to take it slow. And I think it's very appropriate for us after this whole trip and so many big cities or big walks and a big city. So it's good to be in a calm place.
Everywhere you have these small cobblestone streets. You have these houses in the colonial architectural style, very flat, only with one story. And yeah, it's super beautiful here. You can come here as a daily tourist, drink a coffee, go to a restaurant, enjoy the sun, and yeah, over there you can see the bay, and it's also very beautiful to go a little bit in the water and swim a bit.
Yeah, so that's the Rio de la Plata. We saw some people swimming there earlier.
Buenos dias from Montevideo, Uruguay. So we came from Colonia, picturesque city in Uruguay. Now we are in the capital of the country, and later we want to go to a walking tour because we think this is a nice idea to get to know something about the city and the country in general.
Looking forward to explore more of Montevideo.
You're probably curious, how can a hotel room look like in Montevideo? And now I'm gonna show you how a hotel room can look like for around 50 euros in Montevideo. Hi Leti.
Hi.
Wanna make a small room tour with us?
Yes, as usual. Come in. So here's the entrance of our room. Here we have our winter jackets that at this moment are useless. We have here a bathroom. It's complete and big.
Hello. Everything's clean, it's nice.
Yeah, and a small kitchen where we have fridge, something here to cook. I'm not sure if this is an oven or a microwave or both. Yeah, toaster, something for coffee.
Some cupboards over there.
Yeah, So a table for us to eat. A big mirror.
Another mirror, yes.
And a big bed.
Very super-sized bed. Here we have a screen. It's a smart TV, which is also very good, I think, when a hotel can offer that, because in the evening when you come home, you can at least watch some YouTube or Netflix or Apple Plus shows. And yeah, we are very happy with this room here, because it's super cheap. I mean, 50 euro around per night in the center of Montevideo, and it looks super fine, super clean. So nothing to complain about.
Yeah, the location is good. We also like to have our kitchen, so we have this also here. Really, really good.
We just left our hotel and now we are going to the city center, although we are already quite central here. And we want to find something to eat and some nice music. The guide today told us that we can find everywhere in the city the local music called candombe. And hopefully tonight we can be witness of this music in the city center. And after the, I don't know, it was around 31 degrees during the day. It's super nice that there's some wind now in the evening. It's getting a bit colder, so it's very nice to be outside now and enjoy the city. Standing now on the main square in Montevideo, and here we can see multiple things. For example, here over there we have the theater of Montevideo. This is the Presidencia, so the president works here in this building. I think it looks quite new when you compare to the presidential palaces of other countries, and especially from Argentina.
Yeah, we learned on the tour that this building was inaugurated in 2009, if I'm not wrong, and it's very interesting because usually in many countries you see a big protection around the presidential palace or office, and here it's just an office that we saw before, people going in and out. Some the police was there and they didn't look very worried about what was going on, so it's very relaxed environment.
Yeah. Then over there we have some nice architecture building which was built by an Italian architect, but it's only a copy because the original stands in Buenos Aires. And over there we have a gate. I hope you can see it. And the gate is there because in previous times here on that square there was a castle.
Yeah, actually the city was built because in that direction is the port, so the city was there on that direction. And then when this area was created and the city started to develop, then they decided to demolish the fortress and the walls of the city and just let a small remembrance of that old time. So there's a windy.
We're spending this warm summer night wandering through the streets of Montevideo, and the whole city feels alive. Music from the festival drifts through the air, people are dancing in the plazas, and every corner has its own little moment of magic. It's one of those nights we just want to keep walking and soaking the good energy in. There's still one thing missing from our Montevideo experience. We haven't tried mate yet, so stay with us because that's definitely happening tonight. It's my first mate tea here in Uruguay. I never tried that before. I mean, of course we have the mate teas in Germany which are bottled up, but it's not the same, of course. And now I'm curious how this will taste like. Interesting. For me, it tastes a bit like green tea somehow. It's a green tea-ish flavor. It's bitter, but not too bitter. I think if I would drink this in Germany as a tea, I would probably put some sugar inside. But without sugar, of course, it's healthier. Yeah, but I like it, I think.
If you don't know, the matcha thing here in Uruguay is really taken very serious. So we ordered that, and then the waiter came here to explain us how it's prepared, how we should drink it. There's a full ritual that includes, for example, when Fabian starts drinking, he has to drink everything before passing the matcha to the next person. And yeah, I really liked it. We were warned before that it's bitter, but it's less bitter than we expected.
I'm going to show you now that there's also a beach in Montevideo. I'm here at more or less the Copacabana of Uruguay, and it's super nice. The water is fresh, and that's good because today it's 32 degrees and it's very hot. So I really enjoy now walking through the water here, enjoying the sun. As you can see here, the beach is in the middle of the city. We are surrounded by big buildings, hotels, residential buildings. And I think it's not too crowded. So although it's in the middle of the city, there are not too many people, which is very interesting. To finally prove where we are today, here are the famous letters. Montevideo. We walked the whole bay over there, took around 30 minutes, and it was a very nice walk. I walked a little bit in the water, which was quite necessary today. So Leti, what do you think?
Yeah, it was a nice walk, although it's really hot today. We were not expecting, since we are walking close to the sea, I was expecting a little bit more of wind, which was not the case, unfortunately. But the walk itself is very nice. We are walking on the beach and slowly taking the day. It's good. We arrived here and it's also empty. Usually this is full. The last time I was here, there was a big queue here to take pictures of these letters. But yeah, it was a nice walk. Today is our last night in Montevideo. Sadly, tomorrow morning we are leaving. And as a recommendation from our host in our hotel, we learned that today there would be a traditional carnival presentation here in the Museum of Carnival. And it's quite close from where we're staying, so we decided to check it out. I think you can already hear the music. And we are really looking forward to see how is the traditional carnival in Uruguay.
Yes, it's very interesting because we all know the carnival in Rio or maybe in Venezia, some of us also in Cologne, Germany, and we have a picture about the traditions there, but now I'm very curious, or we are very curious to see how the traditions are here in Uruguay. And yeah, we already passed the museum here, and I could also see, or we could see, that there are some very interesting costumes that they use here. So yeah, let's see how the show will be.
Yeah, they have a nice exhibition here about the history of the carnival in the city, and also some costumes. And now we'll listen to the music.
just left the Carnival show, and after that we had a glass of wine, and we pretty enjoyed the show. It was very nice, but then suddenly they began with bingo. That was the moment when we thought, okay, we should leave.
We didn't want to stay again until the bingo ends, because the bingo was taking around 1.5 hours. Tomorrow we have to go to the airport a little bit early, so we decided to walk around the center a little bit and say goodbye to Montevideo.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice evening. It's a little bit windy, although it's still 25 degrees.
28
or 28 degrees, yeah.
It's very warm.
And I would say there are some people around, but it's not super packed. As you can see here, we are in the middle of the city, and it's not super packed. So, but this is something I like when there are not too many people around.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because we are in the old town, and you can see some life. There are some bars, people are outside. It's not packed, but it's also not a complete desert. So yeah, and in general I totally recommend Uruguay and Montevideo to visit. People here are super warm, super welcoming. The culture is very rich, the food is amazing. So please, when you have the opportunity, come to Uruguay.
Yes, I can totally agree. So I can remember the first time we entered a taxi here, the taxi driver said, "Hey, welcome to Uruguay." And then he talked and asked some things about us. That was the first moment here in Uruguay, and yeah, this is something nice when you just enter the country and the people seem to be very warm. And also, I don't know, other people that talked to us were all very nice. Not any bad experience. So
yeah, we are really happy with that. So the city is cool. People are also very nice and make the experience much better. So yeah, only positive things about Uruguay.
Yes. So now we are going home, and we wish you a good night.